We've all seen it, the biting comment on social media, the cruel joke at a colleague's expense, the raucous laughter from a group of sports fans targeting a losing team. Mockery, the act of teasing or ridicule often disguised as humor, is deeply ingrained in our social fabric. It plays out in our homes, workplaces, and across the vast expanse of the internet. While it might seem like harmless fun, mockery often carries a darker undercurrent, revealing uncomfortable truths about our psychology. Think about the last time you witnessed an embarrassing video go viral. Did you feel a twinge of pity for the subject, or did you find yourself drawn to the comments section, eager to join the chorus of ridicule? Or perhaps you recall a time when political opponents were mercilessly mocked for their beliefs or missteps. These everyday examples highlight how common mockery is, and how easily we can get swept up in its allure. Despite its prevalence, mockery is more than just a harmless form of humor. It often serves as a social weapon, a way to elevate ourselves by putting others down. By understanding the forces at play, we can begin to recognize our own tendencies towards mockery and work towards creating a more empathetic and compassionate world. Mockery can be subtle or overt, but its impact is often profound. It can erode self-esteem, create divisions, and perpetuate a culture of negativity. In schools, it can lead to bullying, affecting the mental health and academic performance of students. In the workplace, it can create a toxic environment, reducing productivity and morale. Even within families, mockery can strain relationships and create lasting emotional scars. But there is hope. By fostering empathy and understanding, we can counteract the negative effects of mockery. Let's strive to build a culture where kindness and respect are valued over ridicule and derision. Together, we can make a difference, one compassionate act at a time. The German word Schadenfreude perfectly captures a complex human emotion, the experience of pleasure at the misfortune of others. This term combines Schaden, meaning harm, and Freude, meaning joy, to describe a feeling that many of us have experienced at some point in our lives. While it might seem counterintuitive to find joy in someone else's struggles, Schadenfreude is a surprisingly common experience. It's a natural, albeit complex, part of human psychology. Think about the last time you watched a reality competition show. These shows often thrive on the drama and misfortunes of their contestants. Did you secretly, or not so secretly, enjoy it when a particularly arrogant contestant got their comeuppance? That feeling of satisfaction is a prime example of Schadenfreude. That satisfaction, my friends, is Schadenfreude in action. It's a momentary pleasure that can bring people together, sharing in a collective sense of justice or karma. But mockery goes beyond simple Schadenfreude. It involves a deeper, more active engagement in someone else's misfortune. It's not just about deriving pleasure from someone's misfortune. It involves actively participating in their humiliation. This can be seen in various social settings, from schoolyards to workplaces. When we mock, we're not passive observers of someone's stumble. We become active agents in their discomfort. This behavior can have lasting impacts on both the victim and the perpetrator. This active participation reveals a deeper psychological layer, hinting at insecurities, biases, and the often fragile nature of our own egos. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. Schadenfreude, in its purest form, might be a simple neurological quirk, a hardwired response to social hierarchies. Mockery, however, requires intent. It is a deliberate act that can erode trust and foster negativity. It's a choice we make, a choice that reveals our values and our capacity for empathy. Understanding the difference between Schadenfreude and mockery can help us navigate our social interactions more mindfully and compassionately. Why do we mock? What is it about human nature that drives us to find humor in another person's pain or misfortune? Is it a reflection of our own insecurities, or perhaps a deeper psychological mechanism at play? The answer, like most things in psychology, is complex and multifaceted. It involves a mix of social, emotional, and cognitive factors that intertwine in intricate ways. Mockery often stems from a desire to feel superior. By pointing out the flaws and shortcomings of others, we create a mental illusion of our own elevated status. This behavior is particularly prevalent in social settings where individuals feel the need to assert their dominance or maintain their social standing. By highlighting the perceived inadequacies of others, we momentarily boost our own self-esteem. This is particularly true in situations where our own sense of worth is threatened. When we feel insecure or vulnerable, mocking others can serve as a quick, albeit temporary, remedy to bolster our fragile egos. For example, we might be more likely to mock someone who holds different political views if we feel insecure about our own beliefs. This behavior is not just limited to politics. It can extend to any area where our identity or values are challenged. Cognitive dissonance also plays a role in mockery. When we encounter information that contradicts our worldview, it creates a sense of discomfort. This mental tension pushes us to find ways to alleviate the unease. When we encounter information that contradicts our worldview, it creates a sense of discomfort. Mockery serves as a defense mechanism, allowing us to dismiss the validity of opposing viewpoints by belittling those who hold them. By ridiculing others, we can more easily maintain our own beliefs without having to confront the possibility that we might be wrong. It's easier to maintain our beliefs if we can convince ourselves that those who disagree with us are foolish or deserving of ridicule. This mental shortcut helps us avoid the cognitive effort required to genuinely understand and engage with differing perspectives. But perhaps the most unsettling aspect of mockery lies in its relationship with emotional deficiency. Mockers often struggle with empathy, finding it difficult to understand or share in the emotional experiences of others. This lack of empathy can stem from a variety of factors, including early childhood experiences, social conditioning, and even personality traits. Whatever the root cause, the inability to connect with the emotional pain of others can make mockery seem like a harmless or even appropriate response to adversity. However, it's important to recognize the underlying issues and work towards fostering empathy and understanding in our interactions. Mockery is often associated with childhood. We see it on playgrounds everywhere, children using taunts and teases to assert dominance, navigate social hierarchies, and cope with their own insecurities. While this type of behavior might be somewhat expected in children, who are still developing their social and emotional skills, it becomes more troubling when it persists into adulthood. In conclusion, mockery and schadenfreude are deeply rooted in human psychology. While they may provide temporary satisfaction, they often stem from deeper emotional deficiencies and a need for superiority. It's crucial for us to recognize these behaviors in ourselves and strive for empathy and understanding. By becoming more aware of our actions, we can work towards a more compassionate society. Let's challenge ourselves to be kinder, to lift others up instead of tearing them down. Remember, true strength lies in empathy, not in belittling others. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Together, we can make a difference.